Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. 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 Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Astotara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Shriral Prabhupada Ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Astotara Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय. श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय. श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय. गंगा माया की जय. यमुना माया की जय. भक्ति देवी की जय. तुलसी महारानी की जय. सामवेद भक्त वृंद की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So, we finally have begun reading from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I've been waiting years for this book, for us to begin this book. We started last week, right? Okay, so we're still on the first chapter, entitled The Spiritual Masters, and we're going to start reading from text 20. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila Volume 1 Chapter 1 Text 20. Grantera Rambekari Mangala Charana Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do, there's a purport to text 31, so we'll just do that one, right? Grantere Arambakari Mangala Charana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinera Smarana. Translation. In the beginning of this narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benedictions. So Kaviraj Goswami, he's giving a nice instruction here that, he took upon himself this task to write this Sri Caitanya caritamrta, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. But in the previous verses, right up until text 19, he's invoking the benedictions of his spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the Lord himself. So he's giving us this instruction that we cannot take on any endeavor without the blessings of these personalities, the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and obviously the Lord himself. Right? Because, who are we? We're so insignificant, and what can we do? And I was just hearing Srila Prabhupada was saying that it doesn't matter what we do, and it doesn't matter who we are, whether we are karmis or whether we are devotees. But every endeavor that the living entity performs, or every endeavor that it performs to gain something, it can only be sanctioned by Krishna. Whether we're devotees, whether we're karmis. So if we're devotees and we're going out in the street trying to distribute books, the person that takes the book, Krishna within the heart is sanctioning that person to take the book from you. Or if we go out seeking some donation or sponsorship for some festival for the temple or whatever it may be, that person that we are seeking it from, they will only give if it's sanctioned by Krishna. So Prabhupada is saying that we should not feel discouraged if we go out to perform these types of services and we are not successful. Actually, we are successful just by going out and trying to do these types of services, So yeah, but before we do any type of service, we seek the blessings of the spiritual master, all the devotees of the Lord, and Krishna himself. Tinera smaranahaya vigna vinasha vinashana anayasehaya nija vanchita purana. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires. So there he reaffirms it. Why are we doing this? What we just spoke about in text 20. Why we are remembering the spiritual master, the devotees, Krishna, why we want their benedictions? Because their remembrances, when we remember them, it destroys all difficulties. Okay. Therefore, in the very start of every day, what do we do? Okay, if we're living in the temple, but even if we're living at home, we can follow the full morning program. And then we chant our japa. And like this, we're remembering Krishna. And because we perform this program in the morning, before we perform any other activity, then automatically we're remembering Krishna throughout the day. Or it's very easy to remember Krishna throughout the day. And whatever difficulties we may have, not that we will not have difficulties, this is the material world, we will have difficulties, but it will be very easily to overcome simply by remembering Krishna and the devotees. And it very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires. Se Mangalacharana Haya Trivida Prakara Vastu Nirdesha Ashirvad Namaskara. The invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. Text 23. Pratama duhi shloke ishta deva namaskara samanya vishesha rupe duhita prakara. The first two verses offer respectful obeisances, generally and specifically, to the Lord, who is the object of worship. Tritiya shlokete kari vastura nirdesha yaha ite jani paratadvera udesha. In the third verse, I indicate the absolute truth, who is the ultimate substance. With such a description, one can visualize the supreme truth. Chaturta shlokete kari jagate ashirvada sarvata magiye Krishna Chaitanya prasada. In the fourth verse, I have invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the world, praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. So this is the mood of a Vaishnava. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he's invoking the Lord's mercy and he's praying for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to benedict the entire world. He's praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. So, as devotees, we should become paradukha dukhi. We should feel pain when others are feeling pain. Right? At the moment, we're on the level where we are feeling pain and we're praying to Krishna to relieve our pain. But as we advance, we come to higher stages in our devotional service in Krishna consciousness when we become more advanced devotees. Then we develop this mood of feeling pain when others are feeling pain. And then when we develop that mood, then we pray to Krishna that, help these people. We go out there on the streets, distributing books, distributing the holy names, preaching to so many people. Why? Because everybody is suffering. Everyone in this material world is suffering. They may think they are enjoying, but actually everybody is suffering. And then we go out there because even though we may not have this mood of paradukha dukhi, but by doing this activity, we can develop that mood. Even in Chaitanya Charitamrta, I forget now. Who was it that said Mahaprabhu to he can take all the sins from everyone and pass it on to him. Who was it? Vasudev Datta. Huh? Yeah, so he had this mood that give him the sins of all these living entities and take all the living entities back to Godhead. But who can develop that mood, such a mood? But it can be developed. If we take shelter of the holy name, we take shelter of the Vaishnavas and take shelter of the instructions of Krishna. Text 26. Say shloke kahi bhayavatara karana pancha shasta shloke kahi mula prayojana. In that verse, I have also explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation. But in the 5th and 6th verses, I have explained the prime reason for his advent. So we're not going to get into all that right now. Echaya shloke kahi chaitanyera tattva ara pancha shloke nityanandera mahatva. In these 6 verses, I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, whereas in the next 5, I have described the glory of Lord Nityananda. 28. Araduhi shloke advaita tattvakyana ara eka shloke Pancha Tatvera Vyakhyana. In the next two verses, describe the truth of Advaita Prabhu, and the following verse describes the Pancha Tattva, the Lord, His plenary portion, His incarnation, His energies, and His devotees. Echauda shloke kari mangala charana, tanhi madhya kahi sabha vastu nirupana. These 14 verses therefore offer auspicious invocations and describe the supreme truth. Text 30. Sabhastrota Vaishnavere Kari Namaskara, He Sabashlokera Kari Arta Vichara. I offer my obeisances unto all my Vaishnava readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of these verses. And then text 31, we can do it responsively. Sakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana, Shakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana, Shakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana. You want to try? Shakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana, Shakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana, Shakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana, Sakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana, Sakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana, Sakala Vaishnava Shunakari Ekamana, Caitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana. Shakala, all. Vaishnava, O devotees of the Lord. Shuna, please hear. Kari, making. Ekamana, rapt attention. Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu. Krishnera, of Lord Sri Krishna. Shastra, scriptural reference. Mata, according to. Nirupana, decision. Translation. I request all my Vaishnava readers to read and hear with rapt attention this narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya as inculcated in the revealed scriptures. I request all my Vaishnava readers to read and hear with rapt attention this narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya as inculcated in the revealed scriptures. So, Kaviraj Goswami is telling us how to read this book with rapt attention. And read and hear with rapt attention. And that is how we have to read all of these books, all of Srila Prabhupada's books. Read and hear with rapt attention. Because these books contain everything about Krishna. It contains everything about how we should behave as devotees and how we should treat other devotees. Right? Because that's what we want to become. We want to become the best devotee. That's our goal, to be the best devotees. And this book, Chaitanya Charitamrta, can make us the best devotee. Or one of the best devotees. Right? Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that if there's some sort of calamity and you have to run for your life and you can carry something with you, carry these three books, the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Charitamrita. But if for some reason you have to let go of some book, first you can let go of the Bhagavad Gita. And some other reason that you have to let go of some other books, you can let go of the Srimad Bhagavatam. But don't let go of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So this is a very important book, according to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So therefore we have to read and hear with rapt attention. So Srila Prabhupada's purport: Lord Chaitanya is the absolute truth, Krishna himself. This is substantiated by evidence from the authentic spiritual scriptures. Sometimes people accept a man as God on the basis of their whimsical sentiments and without reference to the revealed scriptures. But the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita proves all his statements by citing the Shastras. Thus he establishes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmalitam Yena Tasme Shri Gurave Namaha. So Srila Prabhupada is saying that Lord Chaitanya is the absolute truth, and this is substantiated by evidences from the authentic scriptures. And he says that sometimes just ordinary people accept just ordinary rascals as God. These people are posing as God, you know. And in nowadays, so many people are worshipped. Like I know, youth are worshipping singers, rappers who sing about horrible things. It's all about violence, raping women, using women. But these type of people are worshipped by the youth nowadays. They practically worship these singers like they're God, And people worship movie stars. They want to become like movie stars. I know when I was young and we used to watch Bollywood movies. And at that time, Amitabh Bachchan was the God. So like this, people are worshipping all these types of people, but they have no idea who God is. As a sportsman, I was a cricketer, and I know people had the picture of Sachin Tendulkar on the altar, worshipping him. Like performing an arti for Sachin Tendulkar. So like this, people are worshipping all these types of personalities, but why are they worshipping them? They have no direction. But Srila Prabhupada is saying, before I continue, say that, even so-called religious men are being worshipped simply because they perform some sort of, we can say, magical trick. They may reveal some sort of golden trinket or produce some ash, and people become bewildered by these things and say, he is God. But anybody can go to a jeweler and get some gold, or light a fire, burn some wood and produce some ash. So what's the miracle in that? Right? And also there's these people that claim that they can suddenly heal somebody who's crippled all their life, and then simply by touching them on their head, this person just wakes up from their wheelchair and starts to walk, starts to run, starts to jump, starts to dance all of a sudden. But it's all a hoax. It's been revealed that it's a hoax. But people want to be cheated, and therefore they believe in these things. But here, Kaviraj Goswami is saying that it's inculcated in the revealed scriptures that Sri Krishna Chaitanya is God. And Prabhupada himself is saying this is substantiated by evidence from the authentic spiritual scriptures. So, in one lecture that Srila Prabhupada gave on Srimad Bhagavatam, the 7th canto, 9th chapter, text 38, this was on Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. So we're going to read from that lecture and we can comment from there. Right? So the verse is, Itam nirtirya grishi deva jas avatare lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan dharman mahapurusha pasi yuganuvritam chanakalo yad abhavastri yugotas tasatvam. And the translation is, in this way, my Lord, you have appeared in different incarnations as human beings, as animals, as a great saintly person, as demigods, and as a fish and a tortoise. In this way you maintain the whole creation in different planetary systems and kill the demoniac principles in every age. My Lord, you therefore protect the principles of religion. In the age of Kali, you do not assert yourself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you are known as Tri Yuga, or the Lord who appears in 3 yugas. So, Prahlad Maharaj is speaking to Lord Nrsingadev. And Prabhupada comments, so here is a very specific statement about Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who is an avatar. He says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the same Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is Channa. Channa means covered. Why? Because he appeared as a devotee. So before coming to Krishna consciousness, I'm sure most of us never knew who Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu was. When I walked into this temple for the first time, I came to this temple when I was very young. My cousin got married here. She was a devotee, but I could not remember much. But when I came, when I took to Krishna consciousness, and then I looked at the altar, and I'm thinking to myself, who's this personality with their hands raised? I'm thinking, is it Lord Balaram or something? So we didn't know who Lord Chaitanya was. Why? Because he is Channa. Prabhupada is saying he is covered, because he comes as a devotee. And even in India, people really do not know who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. I have a lot of friends who's from India that's living here in South Africa. And most of them don't know who he is, or all of them don't know who he is, but there's one person that says he's a great saint. Right? So, how unfortunate is that? And then Prabhupada goes on to say that even Rupa Goswami has found out that he is an avatar of Krishna. All the devotees, Sarva Bhauma Bhattacharya, Rupa Goswami, and in the Shastra and the Upanishad, Mahabharat, and every Sadhu Shastra, Prabhupada says, avatar should be confirmed by great devotees, personalities, and must be corroborated with the statement in Shastra. So the same thing Kaviraj Goswami is saying here, and Srila Prabhupada is saying in that purport to that verse, that the Shastra is revealing who God is. It's revealed all the main incarnations of the Supreme Lord. And he appears as a human being, as an animal, as a great saintly person, as demigods, and it's the fish, the tortoise, and so many incarnations. So only by Shastra. And then the sadhus will reveal this knowledge. But how will they reveal it? Because they have got it from the Shastra. Not whimsically pulled it out from the air that, such and such is an incarnation of God. So everything is revealed in Shastra. But why people don't know is because we're not studying Shastra. So it is our duty, because now we took up this Krishna consciousness movement, and it's been revealed to us that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And why is he the Supreme Personality of Godhead? It's all there in the Bhagavad Gita. Aham bija pradapita, aham sarvasya. So many incarnations, statements Krishna is making in the Bhagavad Gita to establish himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then here, Kaviraj Goswami is citing verses from the Shastra that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually non-different from Krishna. He is Krishna himself. So like that, it's our duty now to go out there and make people, and educate them, make it known that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But also recently, other things are being added to what Srila Prabhupada has taught us, So we have to weed that out now. And just stick to what Srila Prabhupada has taught. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Worship Krishna. Man mana bhav mad bhakto. Think of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to Krishna only. That's what we have to preach. So Prabhupada continues. So here is another statement in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Directly it is stated in the 11th canto. Krishna varnam tusha Krishna sango pangastra parshadam yage sankirtana praye yajanti hi sumedasa. This is a very famous verse. That the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Prabhupada is speaking, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead, when he was being described before King Nimi by Karabhajana Muni, the different incarnations in different millenniums, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is described here as Chanakalo. In the Kali Yuga, he is not appearing as other incarnations like Lord Nrsimhadev or Vamanadev, Lord Ramachandra. He is appearing as a devotee. Why? This is the most magnanimous avatar. People are so foolish, they could not understand Krishna. When Krishna said, Sarva dharmam parityagya mam ekam sharanam vraja, they took it, who is this person ordering like that? Sarva dharmam parityagya. What right does he have? That is our material disease, Prabhupada says. If somebody is ordered to do something, he protests. Who are you to order me? So this is the position, Prabhupada is saying. God himself, Krishna, what can he say? He orders the Supreme Personality of Godhead He is the supreme being. He must order. He is the supreme controller. He must order. That is God. But we are so foolish that when God orders that you do this, we take it otherwise. Oh, who is this man? He's ordering like that. And sarva dharmam parityagya, giving up everything. Why shall I give him? Sarva dharmam. I have created so many dharmas, isms. I shall give it up. Why shall I give it up? Therefore, the same Lord came again as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we know it. Krishna came, he ordered like this, but still people didn't take it up. And probably if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna didn't come as Lord Chaitanya, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. So this is how merciful Krishna is, how merciful the Lord is. That he's come in his original form, this beautiful boy playing the flute, bent in three forms, but still we didn't become attracted to him. Still we think, oh, who is this person ordering us? Sarva dharmam parityagya. So Krishna is so merciful that he wants us back. So he comes as Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And so Mahaprabhu comes as Channa avatar. As he comes as his own, Krishna comes in the form of Lord Chaitanya as his own devotee. Right? Prabhupada says, if we want to understand the transcendental position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then we have to go through Guru Parampara system. Otherwise it is not possible. Rupa Raghunath Pade Hoibe Akuti. Unless we accept this process, unless we submit. This whole process is submission. Krishna wants this. Sarva dharmam parityagya. So if you want to approach Krishna, you have to become very submissive. This is our disease, that we are not submissive. Yeah? But this whole process, Prabhupada is saying, we have to become submissive. And we're not submissive because we've come with so much of big ego. Yeah? So many births we've taken, and this ego has grown and grown, become big. And then when somebody tells us something, or then the ego, we get puffed up. But we have to become submissive. Me, I don't know now, but I know back then I wasn't a very humble person. I gave like tit for tat, Yeah. So me coming into this movement and to adjust that, somebody tells you, they call you Prabhu, but you're not really a Prabhu because, do like this. And it's that ego, comes out. Yeah. But through chanting the holy names of Krishna and associating with those devotees who have taste for chanting the holy name of Krishna, slowly but surely, the ego, this false ego, I should have said false ego, will become deflated. Slowly but surely. Right? It'll take time. Once when I was giving a class, I said this Krishna consciousness is like a hurdle race. But then I realized, when you run hurdles, it's also a sprint. So actually this is like it's a marathon, but with lots of obstacles everywhere. Krishna consciousness is a marathon. It's not like today I say, oh Krishna, I surrender to you, and suddenly we pure devotees. Yeah. So we have to become submissive. Not as easy as it sounds. The business is submission. Prabhupada continues. So Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared this day. So like I said, he's giving this lecture on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day. So he says, so Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu appeared this day for giving mercy to the fallen souls who are so foolish. They cannot take to Krishna consciousness. He is personally teaching how to take to Krishna consciousness. And that is this kirtan. So remember I said before we started this class and we did the kirtan, and I said that was the class. So the whole conclusion of Chaitanya Charitamrita is to come to that point, chanting and dancing with devotees. Prabhupada is saying it's the kirtan, this is kirtan. This is what Mahaprabhu is coming to teach. Okay? Because if you can't chant and dance with devotees, something is wrong. Because this is such a beautiful, blissful process. And when you become absorbed in the holy name, then you lose yourself. Even if I have a problem with this Prabhu here. In the kirtan, that's forgotten. Right? I'm sure we've experienced that. So if we can't chant and dance with devotees, then we have to look at what's going on with ourselves and surrender to the holy name. More surrender. Yeah, this is kirtan. You will find, you have seen the picture in our teachings of Lord Chaitanya, that in Prayag, he was engaged in chanting and Rupa Goswami is offering his obeisances. That is the first meeting with Rupa Goswami. And he composed this verse, Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvashe Namaha. So Prabhupada makes a remark on this verse. Yes, so this is Chanavatar. He is Krishna. He has come to give you Krishna Prem, but he is acting like a Krishna devotee. Prabhupada is saying he has come to give us Krishna Prem. I mean, practically, who can get love of Krishna? Who can get Krishna Prem? But Krishna wants us to get it. So therefore he comes in this form. And Prabhupada has given us everything to attain Krishna Prem. But the problem is that we are not taking it. You know, I mean, like it's like we're fallen into this deep, dark well of this material world. But Prabhupada has come and he's thrown down the rope. So what do we have to do? We have to take the rope, tie it around ourselves. But we are saying, oh, Prabhupada, please you come and you also tie the rope around my waist for me and pull me up. He's thrown the rope down, but we don't even want to grab hold of it. He is not commanding, now you do this. Then Prabhupada says, no, he is commanding, do this, but in a different way. Because people misunderstood, oh, who is this person commanding? Krishna was commanding, right? Sarva Dharma. You surrender everything and you forget all dharmas and just surrender unto me. Even some so-called rascal scholar, he has said, it's too much to demand. They have remarked like that. Yes, sophisticated persons, they are thinking like that. But our process is to submit. We have to submit. Unless we submit, there is no hope of advancing in Krishna consciousness. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. And then we know the third verse of the Shikshastakam. Trinadapi sunichena. Tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manidena kirtanya sadahari. If you want to chant Hare Krishna mantra, then you have to take this principle. Trinadapi sunichena. So if we don't become humble, we don't become submissive, then we may be chanting, but the effect is not what it should be. It's not going to have that effect as quickly. You have to become humbler than the grass. And then Prabhupada explains, the grass is lying on the street and we trample over it. And even for Janmashtami, we sit on the grass here doing kirtans. The grass is not protesting. Right? So we have to become humbler than the grass. There is no protest. Tarorapi sahishnuna, and tolerant, more tolerant than the tree. The tree is giving us so much help. It is giving us fruit, flower, leaves, and when there is scorching heat, shelter also. And we sit down underneath. But still, we cut down the tree. But there is no protest. The tree does not say, I have given you so much help and you are cutting me. No, tolerance. So we have to become humble, we have to become tolerant. Right? Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has selected Tarorapi Sahishnuna and Amanina Manidena. For oneself, one should not expect any respectful position. So we shouldn't expect any praise from anyone. No respect from anyone. We shouldn't be expecting, have no expectations. You heard that saying? But give respect to everyone else. Amanina manidena kirtanya sadahari. If we acquire this qualification, then we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra without any disturbance. This is the qualification. So this, and yesterday was the disappearance day of Srila Haridas Thakur, the Namacharya. Why was he Namacharya? And why could he chant so many rounds, 3 lakh rounds? Because he had these qualities. Trinadapi Sunichina, Tarorapi Sahishnuna, Amanina Manide. And therefore he was Kirtanya Sadahari. And we see that even though he was appointed Namacharya by Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, that even when he was in Jagannath Puri, he dared not even enter the temple, saying that, oh, I am the Namacharya. That was his humility. And then from a distance he just took darshan of the chakra of Jagannath temple and chanted his 3 lakh rounds. Like that. So, this third verse, this verse of the Shikshashtakam is very, very important verse. It's the start of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then all the other verses come into play. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach these principles. He is Krishna himself. Okay, we'll try to hurry it along. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to teach these principles. He is Krishna himself. The absolute truth is one. There is no difference. But according to our qualification and of understanding the absolute truth, he appears as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So Prabhupada explains this, the 3 features of the Lord. And so Krishna has taught everything for becoming Krishna conscious. But still, we are so rascal, we could not understand Krishna. Therefore, Krishna came again. These rascals failed to understand me, and now I shall teach how to become a devotee of Krishna by my personal behavior. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his personal behavior. Don't think that because he is playing the part, just like somebody is giving massage to my body, so he is not giving properly. So immediately I take his hand and I began to give massage. Do like this, do like this. That does not mean I am a monsieur or I am a servant of that person. Similarly, don't forget that Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. You are worshipping Radha Krishna, and there is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's deity also. There are some parties, they protest why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's deity should be placed along with Krishna. But they do not know Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. It is not different. So like that, it's revealed in the scriptures. And in so many scriptures and in verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's revealed that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or given hints that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an incarnation of Krishna. Oh, it's not different from Krishna, like that. So this verse 31 is stating that we shouldn't whimsically just worship anyone, but we should know the scripture or understand scripture. The scripture is revealing who God is, like that. So we'll stop here. If there are any comments or questions. Yes, Ravindra Swarup Prabhu. You can get the mic here.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So thank you so much for the wonderful class and also uniting the devotees, including myself, about the process of chanting and dancing and all that. I just want to make a comment about the program that we both of us had before Janmashtami. So, His Grace Virabhadra Prabhu, there were some children from all schools that came to the temple, and His Grace Virabhadra Prabhu chanted and danced, and he made everyone like to chant and dance, get into the process of chanting and dancing. So this chanting and dancing, is such a powerful and amazing thing that it actually, if you look at the third picture in front of me, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to, when he went to the Chadikata forest before he got to Vrindavan, he made those animals to chant and dance. So the chanting and dancing process, it's so amazing to actually get people into it. So also, like when it comes to Sunday Love Feast program, whenever we see new people, we as practicing practitioners, we have to pull the people just to chant and dance. His Grace Ujjwala Prabhu and I, we had such wonderful programs. We had 3 programs, and we had to get the people to chant and dance. His Grace Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu, he went to funerals some years back. It was, normally funerals are like a sad thing. But after the funeral, when Virabhadra and Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu went to this same funeral house, he got the people to chant and dance. And those people they forgot everything. I'll be honest with you, they forgot everything. So all hats goes to Raghunath Bhatta Prabhu and Virabhadra Prabhu. And all glories to the holy name and all glories to the process of chanting and dancing. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ravindra Swarup Prabhu, for that. Yeah. Everything is in the holy name. You want to say something? I say. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening attentively. With rapt attention. Yeah, and let's chant and dance together in ecstasy, right? Yeah. Sri Caitanya caritamrta ki jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol.